Let's get serious. Habaki!
What's going on, everybody? NestleLoverXOX here, and I have another Call of Duty video for you guys today. This time we're playing Team Deathmatch on Studio. I'm using the Chicom CQB with a red dot sight, dual mags, and a select fire. So I can use that full auto. I'll use that stupid ass burst fire garbage. Yeah, I ended up doing pretty well. But as usual, that's not what I want to talk about today. Over the last weekend, I was watching The Matrix, of all things, and I got to thinking, you know, what if The Matrix was real? You know, it's a good enough question. What if The Matrix was real? And, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen The Matrix, go watch The Matrix. It's a great film. It was made in, like, 1999 or something. I can't remember. I think it was made in 1999. But, anyway, if you don't know what The Matrix is, I'll give you a quick overview. Spoiler alert. Go watch the movie first. But basically, it's this. There's a war between humans and machines, and you know it's like Terminator style. They're fighting it out and shit. And the humans basically are like, "Yo, dogs, the robots need solar power in order to run." And they're like, "Well, then let's cut off their power to the sky." And then the robots end up winning the war. And then they're like, "Well, we need power, so we'll use the humans as power." So they basically hook these humans into this machine. It's called the Matrix, and they hook these humans up to this power grid system, and they use the human body's natural body as basically an engine to create power, while the human brain thinks that it's living in a computer-generated dream world called the Matrix. And that's basically what the Matrix is this computer-generated dream world to keep the humans under control while they turn them into a battery. And the question here, of course, is, what would I do if the Matrix was real? And you need to look at several factors, main of which, what would you consider to be, quote, real? Obviously, if you've been with my channel long enough, you'll know what I consider to be real. And you'll know what I consider to be, you know, legitimate and stuff. If you haven't, I'll put a link down in the description. I have another video talking about real in depth and detail, where I actually do reference the Matrix several times. But to be frank, if I was unplugged from the Matrix, I would want to go back in, because think about it. Your two choices are simply A. You have the choice of, I want to fight a robot war in a post-apocalyptic world, eating garbage food, being under the threat of being murdered every day, all day, trying to fight these robots that are trying to kill me in this, like, horrible, horrible conditions and environment, when just for the simple factor that it's, quote, real. That's the only reason that that you'd want to be unplugged from the Matrix, because it's, quote, real. However, if you're plugged into the Matrix, you get to live out your life, and you get to live a happy life, a nice life, a comfortable life. And just because it's not whatever the version of real is for someone else, doesn't make it any more or less real. Just because the real people fighting the real robot war don't feel that it's real, I put everything in there in quotes. You can't see me, but I air quoted all that shit. What makes it any less real, right? You're in the Matrix. You think it's real. I think the difference there would be, if you already knew that the Matrix was not real, it might be a little bit different. I certainly wouldn't feel that way, but I mean, if I was plugged into the Matrix and I was told what the Matrix was, and I was given a choice, do you want to be pulled out or not? I would say no, absolutely not. I would want to stay in the Matrix, and if anything, there's a character in the movie named Cypher. He's part of the, again, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie, but there's a character named Cypher, and he basically is like, you know, I wish I would have taken the blue pill, which is the pill to stay in the Matrix. I'm giving a lot of references to people who have seen the movie, but he's basically like, I'll give you my captain. He ends up talking to the robots, and he'll like, I'll give you my captain if you put me back into the Matrix, wipe my memory, make me think that I'm like some awesome super dude, like make him an actor or something. And like, that's what I'd do. I'd do exactly what Cypher did, right? Like, you put me back in the Matrix, you put me back into like a celebrity or some like huge sports star or something. Give me like awesome like superpowers or some shit. I don't know. Fuck. Because I've said it before and I'll say it again. Your interpretation of what's real is what's real. That's your reality. You make your own reality. Reality is determined by perspective and by your own persona. Reality isn't determined by what someone else says is real. And I think that's really just my 2 cents on the matter. Gameplay's wrapping up here in a minute. If you guys want to leave a comment, let me know what you guys think about what would you do if the Matrix was real, and what would you, how would you feel about it? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to leave a like and be sure to subscribe if you did. And I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Thank you all for watching. See you guys later. Bye bye.